Hey kids, it is Dad. It's a Monday. I've totally been MIA. I know that. I'm going to be better. It's hard. I don't really have an office. I'm kind of in an impromptu office. Oh, you can see my new laser printer back there. Squirrel. Um, and so it's kind of hard to. I got like two doors. There's a door into my office. There's another door into my office. It's kind of. So I really don't have an office. I have kind of a. What's the right word? I don't know. It's my excuse. It's nobody else's excuse. I'll get better. I promise. Holy cow! A lot of good stuff has taken place. Let's see. Clara, you're a 10th grader. Tommy, you graduated 8th grade and now you're a ninth grader. Emma is a 2 grader, and Drew is a kindergartner. Holy cow! And Madeline still continues at college. Fantastic. So another school year under the belt. Boom. Today is the first day of summer vacation. Bam. And I want to talk a little bit about not one of the best topics I've ever talked about, but something very, very poignant um, on the topic of divorce. And a good friend of mine is going through what I would consider is a pretty ugly divorce. Um, Certainly over 10 years ago, I went through the same situation, divorce, not the ugly side of things, but it wasn't ugly. It wasn't ugly at all. Um, and thankfully, to 50%, 50 parts Jody, 50 parts me. It's obviously 100%. We made it so that it was about the kids and not about us. We made it okay. I had decided that I wasn't going to argue. I decided that it wasn't. We're not going to have financial discussions, arguments. We're not going to argue in front of the kids. We're not going to let our emotions get in front of everything else. And it hasn't. It absolutely has not. When we think about our strengths and our weaknesses, our strengths need to be our parenting, and our weaknesses need to be shielded from everybody else. That's all there's to it. And having a great relationship with my ex-wife is really probably one of my up there on the top of my greatest achievements. Certainly I have a great relationship with my current sweetheart, love her to death. You got the kids, bing, 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 bing. But the fact that I can, we do parent-teacher conferences together, we've done Christmases together, we've done birthdays together. She's just as welcome in my house as I am in her house. Those things are a big deal. And to see what my current friend is going through completely just breaks me apart. I hear the way they talk to each other, and I realize it's a two-way street. But in talking to one of the ways of the street, they see it like I do. It's the other person who's pushing them into that direction. And I just want to take this person's neck and just go, seriously, do you know what you're doing? Do you know the turmoil that you're causing? Why do you have to do this in front of your 9-year-old? That I don't get. I don't get that at all. That doesn't add up. It's not her fault. She is an innocent bystander in this whole thing. She happens to be in this car. It's completely spinning out of control, and lives are being formed / ruined because of the decisions that's being made here. Now, of course, I'm only seeing one side of the street, and I get that. And it does take two people to tango. But if you have a mom who's putting positive energy into it, and you have a dad who's sucking out as much positive energy and putting negative energy back into it, you're not working together. You're not still a family. I get the fact that mom and dad don't want to be with each other anymore. That's easy. But the fact is, you still need to be a family. This family is really being ripped apart, and it's horrible. Absolutely horrible to watch, to see the tears, to see the anger, to see what this little girl is going through is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And, all my positive prayers are for both sides. I don't want this to happen. Divorce is the worst thing. Divorce is war. But and I need to probably write a book on how I did it, but you need to suck it up. You need to understand, you got to put your big boy pants on. You have to realize, and your big girl dress, and you have to realize, okay, this isn't going to work with us together. Now we got to figure out how it's going to work from us apart. And instead of spending so much time sending barbs and arrows at each other, just make it work. Make this work. Make it work for the little people that are in your life. It's not their fault. Not their fault at all. Don't make life miserable. Divorce sucks. It's the worst thing in the entire world, and I don't wish that on anybody, but I've been through it and I survived. And I came out, and we both came out on top. Nobody's better. I'm not better than Jody. Jody's not better than me. We came out together. Together we're moving our family forward, and it's fantastic. And I'm blessed, and I'm sorry that I have to watch this, but as a friend, it's my job to hold the pieces to the puzzle together. I got to hold this together. I got to field the phone call, the teary phone calls. Okay, I'm going to help. I'm going to do everything I can. But I wish I could strangle this person. I could strangle him, choke him right out. Go, do you have any idea what you're doing? And the answer is no, he doesn't. But I promise you, I know exactly what you're doing, and it'll come back to haunt you. I promise you. I'm so glad to have a beautiful sweetheart in my life, who we can raise our children, and a beautiful ex-wife in my life, who we can raise our children, work together, hand in hand, move forward. No arguments, just love. I love you, Madeline. I love you, Claire. I love you, Tommy. I love you, Emma. And I love you, Drew. Don't ever get divorced. It's the worst thing ever. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.